A couple of things on Google Docs and just the basic toolbar. We're not going to go through all of the basic toolbar. We're going to go just through this, so it's a very short video. Okay, so the basic toolbar, one of the things you need to know as you're doing work in this is that you have basic tools. So right here I've got undo and I have redo. Now what is undo doing? It's undoing some of the things that I had done on the screen. If I kept undoing, you'd notice that everything is disappearing because I keep clicking it. Redo brings everything back in the way I had it. Okay, so that's undo and that's redo. If you close the document, you no longer can undo and redo anything you've already done because it's saving it as you go. I type a word and it saved it already. And if you watch up here every single time I type, it does a save. That's what's wonderful about Google is because it is saving everything as you go. So I really like that about Google. You're not going to lose everything. Now, that's undo and redo. The next icon here is print. The print icon will bring up your document so you can see what it looks like. You can zoom in. You can zoom out. You can click it so that it fits the page to the size of your screen there. So that's all of those choices over there. The destination tells you what printer you're going to. The pages tell you how many pages you want to do. If you want to do all of them, you would click all, and currently all I have is one page. You can do a custom, so if you have multiple pages and you only want to print page 3, you would type page 3 in there. Only problem is page 3 doesn't exist, and so it says, wait a minute, there is no number 3. I can do a number 1 and it'll be just fine. So you could customize each time you do it, or you could just tell it to do all. Now this is important if you are at home and you have only one page that you really need to see out of a piece of work that your teacher has given you, and you decide you're going to print the whole thing, and your mom's like, don't print 100 things. Okay, so this one I would use a lot, and maybe you would go ahead and just do custom each time and just tell it what page specifically you want it to print. These are the copy number. Unless you need 2 of these, don't put the number 2. Unless you want to put 100 pages through your printer and waste your mama's ink so that you get one of these pages 100 times, don't put 100 copies here. Your mom will be irate. Okay, so don't do that. Don't change this number to any other number unless you need more than one. Okay, so now color is simply, if you have a color printer, it'll allow you to print in color. If you have an expensive LaserJet printer, my recommendation is to print in black and white, because black and white toner is way cheaper than the color. And I think that's what your mom and dad are going to ask for too. There are more settings in here. We're not going to look at those right now. You can either print or you can cancel. I'm not ready to print, so I'm going to click cancel. Now, right here, there is another icon here that says spelling and grammar check. When you click that, it's going to look through your document and see if anything doesn't seem right in the spelling and grammar. And if it is correct, it's going to say, yeah, document looks good. So it's good, and it eventually disappears, or you can exit out yourself. Now, the last one I want to show you is a painter tool. It's the paint format tool. Now, let's say you love this font right here, and you love the size of it, and you love the shape of it, and you want this word to be the same. Now you could look through on this toolbar and find out what you had done to make it that way, or you could just go ahead and do it quickly by clicking inside where this shape is. So I kind of like this handwriting. I'm going to come over here to this handwriting. And I am going to go to my Format Painter, my painter tool. Now that I've clicked that, I can go ahead and change the word fonts to the same look as this down here. So now fonts looks just as amazing as the word shapes and the word, and so there you go. So you can try that out. I do. It's super easy. You do have to have different shapes and sizes on your screen. So if you're clicked in this boring shape but a wonderful size, and you come up here to Format Painter, once you see the paintbrush, it's ready to paint. So it will go ahead, and I'm just going to hold the mouse button down on there, and there you go. So I'm going to come right here. I'm going to click on my paintbrush. Now I see my paintbrush. I'm going to click in the middle of the word hello and watch what happens.